Hey guys, welcome back. We've set out to answer the question of what crop makes the most money per acre in Farming Simulator 25, and in this video we'll be going over every single crop. I've already done a bunch of them in other videos, but this is the one where we will be finishing that up and showing the results for every single crop. And for all the crops we're going to be doing today, we've got cotton, potatoes, sugar beet, sugar cane, and poplar. And unfortunately, so all the other crops got to 100%. Unfortunately, poplar, you can't at this moment get to 100% yield. You can see it says in the bottom right, it says yield bonus 97%. It's been fertilized twice, that's why it says 100% fertilized. But at the bottom it says it needs rolling. Now I did go over the entire field with a roller, and if we check needs rolling here, you can see only the areas where poplar has been planted and is now ready to harvest need rolling. So I did roll the field, but of course that was after the poplar was planted, which is when you roll the field. You can't roll a crop that's already been planted, so you can only get 97% yield for poplar, which is unfortunate, but yeah, it's the best we can do, which is all I'm shooting for. Obviously, I'd like it to be 100% for everything, but as long as it's the best I can possibly do, that means it's the best you can possibly do, so it's a scientifically accurate test. And then, of course, we did harvest the long grain rice and the regular rice, and now we're ready to do grapes, and I haven't done grapes in FS25 yet, so I'm super excited. As you can see, they are also at 100% yield, which is nice. And last but not least, we do have olives ready to harvest, so I'm going to get them. I've also not done these in FS25, so that'll be pretty fun. Let's get them done, and then we'll get to the results. So for all of you guys watching, it's probably only been a couple of minutes of this video, but for me, it has been over 45 hours of working up to this point. I do apologize that it's taken so long to get this video out since the last video dropped, but I literally started on this video before Christmas Day. And now a month and a half later, obviously I wasn't working on it solid all the way through, I worked on other videos in between, but it's now a month and a half later and I've finally finished it up. So we're going to get you guys the results as I harvest this field on Palanier, the new French map that came out this morning actually on the Mod Hub. I'm just going to read through all these crops, every single crop we've done, not just the ones we did in this video. And then I'm going to break it down after that, so bear with me as I just list them off here. For wheat, you get $39,159, and then if you sell wheat with the straw bales, you get $59,444. If you swath the wheat and then harvest it and sell it with the straw bales, you get $70,838. For just barley, you get $38,697. For barley with the straw, you get $58,982, and then if you swath the barley with the bales, it's 70,737 liters. Just oats gets you $39,630. Oats with the straw gets you $59,915, and then if you swath the oats with the straw, you get $71,494. Just canola gets you $46,741, and then if you swath it, you get $57,606. Just soybeans gives you $58,716, and swathing it gets you $72,625. For corn, you get $47,635. Sorghum gets you $47,904. Sunflowers gets you $46,824, and long grain rice gets you $56,521. Now, if you harvest the corn a month earlier as corn silage, it gives you $106,217. Grass silage will get you $64,085. Then if we go to rice, $86,061. Potatoes gets you $114,584. Sugar beets gives you $122,732. Red beets gets you $87,864. Parsnips, $114,362. Carrots is $121,545. Peas is $61,350. Green beans, $57,947. Spinach is $58,642. Sugar cane, $154,435. Heavy hitter there. Cotton gave me $76,320. Grapes was $71,655. Olives, $69,199. And last but most certainly not least is poplar with $610,882. Now obviously there is a wide variety in terms of pricing. At the low end you can do barley $38,697, and at the upper end, $610,882 with poplar. But it takes a ton longer to do poplar than it does barley. I probably spent about an hour and a half on barley and over 7 or 8 hours on poplar. I wasn't timing it, but I know how long it took because I tend to keep track of those things as I'm doing them. So obviously your typical combine crops, the best one you can do is soybeans and swathing it. If you don't want to swath it, that's fine, you just lose a 25% yield bonus. I think it's totally worth it if you have the DLC pack, but it's definitely not worth spending $5 real life dollars to get the DLC pack. It's not that big of a jump, and it does take a fair amount of time to swath. But yeah, $72,625 is the most you can get from a normal crop. It's pretty close with barley and wheat if you swath as well, but you do have to bale the straw, which takes time, and they yield higher than soybeans, so you end up taking more trips to the store with your semi to unload them, if that's what you're using. Then obviously crops that take way longer than that even, your root crops, all of them took essentially the same amount of time. The vegetable root crops like red beets, parsnips, carrots took quite a bit longer just because of the harvester that you use with them. The DeWolf harvester absolutely sucks with the workers. I don't know if they've changed it because I originally did this in like the first update, the first version of the game, so they may have changed the way workers interact with it, but they just take literally 5 minutes to turn around at the end of every row, and that's just terrible. But for them, since they all take about the same amount of time, in fact, sugar beets is the best by far of those. The harvester is the best. It can hold, I think, 40,000 liters of sugarcane, which is tons. It's got a pretty wide header, 4 to 6 meters, depending on which one you use. And sugar beets also paid the highest of all the vegetables. Definitely a no-brainer there. But then, of course, another great option is corn silage. Some people said grass silage they preferred because you can harvest it multiple times in 1 year. But to me, I would rather do one big harvest every year with my corn silage than put it all in a bunker, let it ferment for a month or two, and then sell it. It's $106,000, so it's a good medium between soybeans and sugar beets. You know, about $70,000 and about $120,000. It's a pretty solid medium, $105,000-ish. Doesn't take that much time either. I mean, obviously, you have to ferment things in a bunker, and then it takes a long time to unload from the bunker into your trailer. But there is a way around it. There's mods, fermenting silos. You just dump the corn chaff in the silo. It ferments automatically. It's like a production chain. And then you can just dump it directly into your trailer. Makes it way easier. You make a lot of money. Plus, it's really satisfying to do corn silage. The way it just sucks into the harvester is great. Again, technically, grass silage will get you a lot more money per year because you can harvest it anywhere from 3 to 5 times, depending on if you take the first harvest stage or the second harvest stage. Again, you will make way more per year doing grass silage than corn silage, but it takes you a lot more time. I'm going to give rice an honorable mention. $86,000 is no small feat. That's better than soybeans, but it does take a lot longer. The planter is pretty narrow, and the harvester is also pretty narrow. But then we got to talk about poplar. $600,000, over $600,000 in one harvest is insane. It's over 4 times the second closest. And it did not take 4 times as long as sugarcane. Sugarcane was the second highest with $154,000. I bet you sugarcane took almost as long as poplar, like pretty close. But yeah, the difference between $150,000 and $600,000 is, it's ludicrous. It really is. So for that reason, poplar is going to be in the top 4. So my favorite crops, the most profitable for me in terms of the amount of acreage you use, the amount of time you invest, and the amount of money that the harvesters take to, like, you know, the equipment takes to do the crops. In no specific order. Obviously, all of them take a different amount of time and pay you a different amount of money. So these top 4 are not in order. But it's soybeans, sugar beets, corn silage, and poplar, without a doubt in my mind. Obviously, I like variety, so I'm going to do more crops on the side that are decent. But at the end of the day, for me, I don't play the game to make as much money as possible. Otherwise, I would do poplar, sugarcane, like, non-stop. Every single field would be the same. It'd be grass silage and poplar and sugarcane, and that's just so boring. So for me, I change it up. I enjoy the game, but it is absolutely really nice because I've always wondered which crop was worth it. And I've watched some videos. I didn't love the way they broke it down, but now I have done it, and I know without a doubt in my mind the most profitable crop. So if my farm is struggling or next year I want to buy something, I'm going to plant soybeans or sugar beets or something like that to make a lot of money so I can do that. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, please give me a like so that other people can watch it. Hopefully they enjoy it as much as you do. I'm over 85 hours invested on just this game save, and that's without the multiple hours of editing per video. Obviously, they've gotten a lot of views. I'm grateful for that. Thank you guys so much. There have been other videos on other crops before this one, of course. But yeah, I would super appreciate it if you subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment down below. This is monstrous, the amount of time I've invested in these videos. That's why they're coming out like once per week instead of 3 or 4 videos per week like I like to have. But as always, the support is greatly appreciated. Let me know what you guys want to see. What scientific videos do you want to see next? What other videos do you want to see next? I'd be happy to do that for you guys. And yeah, that's all for me for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Peace.